What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ego Can, and we're back at it again with another interview slash podcast. And we got your boy Rawnn. What's good, bro?
What's good, bro? What it do? What it be? It's your boy Ron.
Yeah, bro. Ron and I were both like quote unquote spiritual YouTubers, but we're really trying to like stray away from that topic and stuff, and really just move on to better things in life and kind of better content as an individual. So, Ron, how do you think you're gonna like, I guess like move away from like the quote unquote spiritual box that people put you in?
All right, yeah. I never really considered myself a spiritual or woke YouTuber. It was just more about what I, up my like what I my thoughts are. I would just spread it. So mainly my thoughts at that time were what you consider spiritual or woke and conspiracy. So that's what I would spread. But I even did a vlog once, but I took it down because I didn't really feel like it was supposed to be there yet. But yeah, man, I never considered myself a spiritual leader. People thought I was because that's what their opinion was, and I talked to that person, and now he knows that I don't consider myself that.
Yeah, that's good. I've also been kind of like I'm making like other YouTube videos on like on anime, on rap, on all these other things, and I'm just trying to stray away from that box of being a spiritual YouTuber. Because the only reason why I made spiritual videos is because it's like I was really interested in it, and I was really interested in the community and all the other stuff. So I was kind of making videos covering topics there, and then like I want to move. Now I'm moving on to like general like life advice and like general like
hmm
topics and on YouTube that I could talk about.
Yeah, the main reason why I never even consider myself that is because I don't like labels. I feel like when I see people label themselves spiritual woke, it sounds like a little cringy. It's like a little weird because I feel like somebody else has to call you that, not yourself.
Yeah, and it also puts like a standard upon others because a lot of people would probably be to me like, "Oh my God, you're spiritual when you smoke weed, or you're spiritual when you eat meat, or you're spiritual when you do all these other stuff. You're not spiritual," and stuff like that. And it's like I don't
Yeah, it's kind of like a Christian. Like if you label yourself a Christian and you're not doing things to follow the book, people are not gonna say you're not. People are gonna say you're a hypocrite.
exactly, and it's just I don't know, like it's so whack and stuff like that. So yeah, what you gave a really interesting take on food that I actually kind of resonated with. So what is your like take on overall food and like how spirituality enforces it, and why do you think it's dumb?
Okay, so basically with spirituality, they tell you you're not spiritual if you eat meat and you have to be vegan, blah blah blah. But first of all, what I see with YouTubers like, for example, like Vontoocut, he praises his ancestors but tells you not to eat meat. First of all, your ancestors loved eating meat. It's in the books, it's in the stories. The way they even survived was with meat. You know, and what I don't like is how they just bash on meat. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You have to say when you hunt a animal, you have to say sorry, and you have to obviously say why you want to eat them. If you don't have apples around you or fruits, then you don't. There's no reason why you should eat them. But if your parents force it on you, just eat it, bro. For the simple fact that everything is already GMO, even the fruit. So if you go to Walmart, you're gonna see regular fruits and you're gonna see organic fruits. Now that should be putting a question in your head, like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why are they telling me to buy organic fruits if there's regular fruits right there? Shouldn't it already be organic? Well, that's just because they're basically telling you that it's fake, and the organic tag is just telling you that they're gonna charge you a little bit more for even a faker fruit. And then when people say, "Well, I'm gonna grow my own fruits," well, that's false because the same seeds you get are from stores. The same seeds that they used to plant those watermelons from Walmart. But yeah, you
That's like
there?
yeah, that's like yeah, you're kind of like cutting out, but yeah, that's really true. Like was no way around it and stuff like that, and like yeah, our ancestors used to eat meat, and but they recognize that we should have a balance of our food and stuff because they realize that when they eat too much meat, they get sick and stuff like that. So yeah, that's actually like a really good topic.
Oh
What's
yeah.
another like really hot topic in the spiritual community is like dreaming and like lucid dreaming and stuff like that. Like, what's your opinion on like dreams?
Well, I actually had two dreams just today in the morning. But um, lucid dreaming is just literally you in the astral realm, or what people consider the astral realm, which really isn't what you think it is. But that's just you realizing that you're in a dream and you take full control of. And astral projecting, which is people saying that they get stuck. Nah, that's just you coming out of REM, which is REM sleep, which is when you get stuck in your sleep and you're able to get out of it and control what you're doing. But it's astral projecting is really just a lucid dream if you think about it. But you're able to control certain things, and it shows this reality that I mentioned.
Yeah, that's very true. Also, you got yeah. Do you so what significance do you think dreams have to you? Because dreams have significance to everybody, and like it's applicable to every single person. But how are dreams significant to like your life and stuff?
Depending what do you mean, like what do you mean
Like
significant?
for example,
Like
like
every dream has a okay. For example, every dream has a meaning, and some are just things that you have done. Like for example, if I played the game Brawlhalla, I'm gonna have a dream where I'm in Brawlhalla, but it's not really important. It's just a dream. And then
yeah,
there's dreams of your grandpa dying, and then 1 week something happens to him. Those dreams are significant.
yeah, I
Is that what you
agree.
mean?
Yeah, exactly. So I had a dream. You know what I mean? Like I'll have a dream of like, oh, what happens if I didn't make this crucial decision in life and stuff like that. You know, like I'll have dreams and where it's like, if I didn't make a like a really smart decision, I would have like went down a really bad dumb path, right? And then I also have dreams that are just kind of useless, right? Like I'll have dreams about Rocket League because I play Rocket League and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, those are just useless dreams. But look, I had a dream yesterday about like some witches attacking me, and I had a death sign like I cut their heads off. That could be significant to a certain type of energy attacking me. Anything else you wanted to tell me though?
yeah, like kind of like, so we talk about dreams and like spirit, like what's it called? So oh yeah, well this is like something that we kind of discussed in our last interview, but kind of like talk about it again. Like it's really unique that you're one of the people that don't believe in like reincarnation, like astrology and the spiritual community. So like kind of explain like why you don't do that.
Okay, so astrology, numerology, which is all connected. Numerology came from Babylon. It was founded there by a man. So another man-made thing, no, not really man-made, but man found. So I don't really believe in that because how can you talk about the Bible being fake, but then do something that's founded by another man? And then with the astrology, with the stars, we don't even know if we're really looking at stars. If you're gonna question everything else, why not question that too? People don't understand half of these things come from books, but they stop questioning other things.
Yeah, I've noticed that when you get too comfortable with things, you stop questioning things. Like,
Yeah, of course, bro. When people get out of Christianity, when they leave Christianity and then they go to Anunnaki and all that, they like that they're considered God, so they get comfortable and stop questioning it.
yeah, because the way they do it is just like, oh, I escaped the mind control from religion and now I'm free, right? But they're not free because they're not questioning things. They're it's pretty people are pretty much treating like it's true what Vaughn said. Like people are treating spirituality like it's a religion now, and it's just like
Of course. Yeah, I think I made a live stream a couple months ago saying that to this one dude, and he got mad. But I don't care. You can't get offended with what other people say. It's just their opinions.
exactly. Oh, I want a
Like
future.
it is kind of a religion.
Yeah,
Oh, go
exactly.
ahead.
So now there's this whole like debate going on in the spiritual community about if December 21st is happening or not happening. And I know we're on the side of it not happening, but how do you think the community is gonna react after December 21st if it doesn't happen? Like some of them are gonna make excuses, but other them are gonna like a lot of them are gonna freak out. What do you think's gonna happen?
Okay, so for over 5 months, I've been saying nothing's gonna happen, or over three, over ever since he said it. The first day he said it, I came out and did a video saying that nothing is gonna happen, and a lot of people get mad. A lot of people get mad when you don't agree with a big YouTuber, but I don't care. So when nothing happens, everybody's gonna. Some people are gonna leave the spiritual community, and they're gonna have less hope, and a lot of people are gonna unsubscribe from Vaughn. Why do you think Vaughn came out and said it's not real and blah blah blah? Because he's trying to escape the fact that it's coming closer. Not only that, but December 21 in China is going to be December 23rd.
Or
Same
22nd?
thing when the sun was, yeah, 22nd. Same thing when California, when the sun was red and everything. That was just simply because of the fire ashes from the forest. And I tell people that, and they got mad. For example, a dude I know, he kept on posting it every day. Oh, look at California, that's an Anunnaki. And I'm like, if that was really Planet X, it would hit all over Earth simply for the fact that the Planet X is bigger than the sun. And they didn't understand. And now that they seen that I was correct, their egos have pride and they can't admit it.
Exactly. Because people in the spiritual community want to talk about like everybody else's egos but their own.
Fact.
It's so weird. And yeah.
Like, for example, yeah, everybody loves to talk about other people but themselves. Like, I always admit what I do wrong and what I do right. Like, for example, in a call, if we're saying, oh, let's move on, I'm going to say what I did. A lot of people don't like to do that. Yeah.
It's so ironic because we're a community that says focus on yourself, go within, question everything, and then Vaughn posts like a video of him smoking weed, and everyone's like, Vontoocut smoking! Oh my God, Vontoocut smoking weed! It's just like I thought like this is the same person who told you to focus on you and go within yourself. And people are freaking out about him smoking weed. Like, who cares?
Yeah, people were telling me, oh, Rawnn, Vaughn is smoking weed. Please do one video about him smoking GMO weed. And I was like, why do I care if he does that or not? That's him. I don't care. That has nothing to do with me. If it's not affecting anybody, why are you telling me this?
Exactly.
You know, that's why you don't look up to certain people or you don't look up to men. Because men lie.
Exactly. And another thing is like people on the spiritual community say everything is a distraction, and then they let a lot of the things in the spiritual community distract them from themselves. You know, they're too busy watching semen retention videos to actually practice it themselves. They're too busy watching videos on meditation to actually meditate themselves. They're too focused on Vaughn and like spiritual soul's journey for them to actually, you know what I mean, go on their own and stuff like that. So it's weird. The people who are telling you to like see everything as a distraction are actually distracting others. It's so weird.
I feel you. Yeah, bro, I don't fully understand. My bad. I just seen a funny thing. But yeah, bro, a lot of people forget, you know, moving on from that topic because, yeah, that is a whole. People say, oh, this is distraction, but then go on to another distraction without realizing it. But another topic is over exaggerating. Um, with the elites. People say Joe Biden is elite, blah 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 is an elite, you know, but literally an elite would never show him. So Joe Biden and all those people are just puppets. When I hear people say, "Oh, Trump versus Biden, Trump is more better. He's not an agent," that's a complete lie. For the simple fact that the elites don't elect. It's elect. They selected Trump, and they knew that he was going to be a distraction, and then he knew, or they knew, or heard, you know, whatever the elites are, they knew that the people would be distracted by Trump, the biggest distraction. Even people like Young Furrow believed that Trump was on our side. That was funny when I heard that.
Really weird and stuff like that. Yeah, and people would just be pointing out like people would just be like pointing fingers to oh, agent. This happened in our own Discord server. It's like, oh, Webb's Media is an agent. Oh, Ron's an agent. This person's an agent. Oh, Vaughn's an agent. Or all these other people are agents. But why can't we just call them weird people? Like, I mean, like, you don't have to overcomplicate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's
Yeah.
because he's King Akhenaten, or oh, it's because he's an agent. just say you don't fuck with him. Like, it's not that hard, bro.
Okay, so with the whole agent thing, yeah, I hear that a lot of times. And to be honest with you, I wonder if people actually believe that those people are agents. For example, if I were to say he's an agent, that's a complete joke. Obviously, he's not an agent, right? An agent is somebody that works with the government and tries to infiltrate you. For example, if I were to call Vaughn an agent or Vaughn an agent, is he really an agent? Is he really an agent? Because you have to understand he's spreading some truth and he's spreading some lies, and that's what the Freemasons do. But you can't. I feel like we should. I feel like we should be careful with who we call agents. You know, I can't just call somebody an agent just because he's in my server listening to me all night, or just because he's in my call and not talking, or just because he's not active doesn't mean he's an agent. Just
Exactly.
because somebody's not leaving a like doesn't mean he's an agent. Just because somebody doesn't, share the same opinion as you doesn't mean they're an agent.
Yeah, this is a in general an internet problem. Like, for example, if you don't agree on like a person on like the left side of the political spectrum, they'll call you racist, they'll call you homophobic, they'll call you sexist. If you don't agree on someone on the right side of the political spectrum, they'll call you libtard, they'll call you brainwashed, they'll call you crazy and all that other stuff. And now as us as a, we're supposed to be at the center of the political spectrum now. It's just like if you don't agree with us, or if you don't say that, you're an agent, you're a fake, you're a bot. You know what I mean? Like I hate that word bot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, with the bot. Oh my god. With the word bot, I've never called anybody a bot for the simple fact that that word is extremely stupid. You know, why would I call somebody a bot just because they don't know as much knowledge as me? A spiritual, so I'm gonna be honest, he barely knows anything. He says the same thing every video for. So for him to call anybody a bot is hilarious to me.
Yeah, and then his. Well, this isn't really Spiritual Soul's fault. It's more of his fan base's fault. Because then they use that word and they're really toxic with it. Like, in the problem with the spiritual community video, so many people were calling me bot. Oh, you're a bot. Oh, you're gonna die on December 21st. And it's just like, is this what Spiritual Soul or Vontoocut wants you to do? Like, why would you do that? Like, it's so weird. Like, instead of like
And
having a
mostly when they
rational
keep
debate.
spreading the word,
Yeah,
completely agree.
because people on the internet
Anything
will.
else?
Yeah, because people on the internet, they'll be like, oh, well, if you don't like this YouTuber's opinion, then make your own YouTube channel. And then us as spiritual YouTube, oh, not spiritual YouTubers, but commentary YouTubers and stuff like that. Okay, so we make our own channels, and then they say, well, you're not supposed to do that. You're a bot. You're what's it called? Whatever, right? It's just like you can't win with people like that on the internet.
Yeah, I completely agree. Those people will never take a break. Just keep on spreading their BS. Like, let somebody have their own opinion, bro. Just like, just because I don't believe in a Anunnaki and that doesn't mean I'm a bot. Like, that's funny as fuck to me. For example, why would I believe in an Anunnaki? Like, people be saying, oh, I don't believe in Jesus. Then why do you believe in the Anunnaki? That's literally just a book. Oh, but because they have artifacts. Well, guess what? The Bible has artifacts. People are so manipulated. It's funny.
Yeah, we just have to acknowledge the fact that we believe in certain things to keep us comfortable and to keep us like closed off as individuals and stuff like that. I seen this music video, right? And in the music video, like the world turned dark and everything, and all of these buildings, like all these beautiful buildings came up from the ground. And then I realized that all these beautiful buildings are religion essentially. Like people join a religion, or whether it's Christianity, Islam, or other things. People join that to gain isolation from the world, to gain comfortability, solidarity, like a place to belong to. When you're in a religion, you belong somewhere. And unfortunately, when you start to belong to places, there's this oozing toxicity in any group you belong to, whether you're a Muslim, a Christian, a Jewish person, a spiritual person, a Hindu. There's a oozing toxicity to not think for yourself when it comes to a group of people. And that toxicity is coming into the spiritual community on YouTube, where you start to, if you're an individual who thinks for themselves, if you're an individual who thinks, you know what, I don't believe in reincarnation for these reasons. Because I like your point on reincarnation. You don't believe in reincarnation because why don't people just take their own life, right? It's just like,
Mm-hmm. If you believe in reincarnation, what are you still doing here? If you're living a bad life and you know believe in reincarnation, just kill yourself and move on to the next life and become rich or have a better parents. But no, that's because you don't believe in it. You just heard about it and you have a little bit of faith on it, but it doesn't mean you believe on it. You know, stop lying. People lie
yeah.
to themselves.
You just believe in it because it resonates with you and it makes you feel comfortable. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to acknowledge that that's the case. You know?
Yeah, I completely agree, bro. That's their opinion. And when people I hear people say you're gonna go to hell to other people, that's completely funny to me for the simple fact that God, we're not God to judge anybody.
Exactly.
You know, and when I seen Vaughn make fun of the Bible, that was completely funny to me because He says you're gonna go to, but he says, "Oh, the Bible says you're gonna go to hell," but then he said you're gonna burn if you're white because it's December 21. People are completely hypocritical, and that's why I've been making videos on Vaughn. I made over four videos on exposing Vaughn, and I'm glad because look what happened to him. He's finally opening his mind, to certain things, and he's realizing that half of the things he said was fake. He actually left a comment on one of my videos a long time ago. I forgot what video it was. He even mentioned me to Webs, which means he was watching me. So I'm glad the video touched him.
Yeah, I'm so happy for Vaughn. It seems that he's more happy as an individual. It seems that he's like let go of
Yeah, he's
things.
living life.
Yeah, and that's why I was so happy to see him, like, cause that's the reason why he was smoking weed on IG Live. He knew that by doing that he was
He was letting
breaking up.
go of the attachments.
He was breaking up with the spiritual community by doing that because he's like a Steph is Cold. Have you watched Steph is Cold?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Steph is Cold is like he talks about like female nature and like working out and stuff like that and all other stuff. Like
Oh yeah, I
Vontoocut,
don't
his channel is starting to be like a Steph is Cold channel now, and I think that's cool. Like I'm so happy for him that he's kind of breaking off onto his own branch. And like yeah, that's why he posted himself smoking weed because he knew the spiritual community was gonna think, oh, this man's lost, blah blah blah, and he's okay if people thinking of him like
know.
that.
Nah, bro, I'm glad that he's living his life, that he's finally awakening and seeing what I was saying, what I was trying to tell him, you know? Glad, bro, because you have to live life. You only have one life in this earth, unless you believe in reincarnation, which I don't agree with.
Yeah, even then, even if you do believe in reincarnation, it's just like you'll never remember these thoughts in your next life. You'll never remember this life in your next life. You know what I mean? Like, even if you do believe in reincarnation, who's to say that you're gonna remember this life in your next life? You know,
Fact.
your
Facts,
entire
facts,
memory could
facts.
be wiped. And then, here's the thing: if your entire memory of your life is wiped, then technically you died. When you think about it, technically you died. Like, you know what I mean? You just got converted into another vessel, but technically because here's the thing: when I have a falling out with a certain friend, right? I have friends who got like really deep into drugs. I've had friends who like got corrupted. I consider that the same thing as dying because my memory of that person, like my actual image of that person, is not there anymore. You know, it's the same vessel, but it's not the same mentality. Because that's really what makes you as a person. You know what I mean? Your mentality, your ideas. That's what a soul is to me. You know what I mean? Your individuality. That's your soul and stuff like that. So if you lose all of that when you reincarnate, if you forget all of it, if none of that comes with you, if all of your memories are gone, then technically you died. Technically. So even if you believe in reincarnation, like just rock out, bro. Rock out. Don't worry about it. Like just chill, have some fun and question things. Question everything in the world.
Yeah, bro, I completely agree with you.
But yeah, is
Completely
that
agree.
is that all we want to talk about today, Ron?
Mm, yeah, all I have to say is I hope y'all take care of yourselves. You know, don't let somebody else tell you what to do. For the simple fact that when you die, they're not gonna be there, and you're not gonna see me upload spiritual or woke videos like that anymore, or maybe at off. For the simple fact that I feel like I uploaded way too much. I uploaded 3 hour podcasts for 10 videos in 1 week. I uploaded PowerPoints of 3 hours that took me a week to make. I feel like I've said enough. And another thing is stop calling everybody an elite. Joe Biden is not an elite because we can see him. He's just a puppet working for the elites. The elites would never show themselves until the apocalypse. Anyway, it's been Ron.
Yeah, that's a good outro. Yeah, me and Ron we're moving away from the spiritual YouTuber box. It's been fun while it lasts and all that other stuff. But hey, we need to move on to other topics because this was a cool topic. We had a lot of fun. It was even what Vaughn said at his hamster wheel. It was fun. It was fun believing in and Anunnaki. It was fun believing in like all of this other stuff, right? But it brought us right back to where we were in the first place, and I'm just so happy that it was able to start up my YouTube channel, and now I'm going to start a completely new journey, and I'm continuing with my comfort zones. Cause if people didn't know, like I'm a Muslim, and I'm continuing to know that yes, this belief I have could be wrong. It could be like, it could not be the quote unquote correct way, but I know was one thing, that when I pray to Salah, when I pray to Allah, like it makes me feel comfortable. It sets me free. Like if I don't pray, like I genuinely feel bad. Like bad things happen to me because in my subconscious mind, I'm like, you have to pray, and yeah, a lot of people may call it a dependency. A lot of people may call that indoctrination. A lot of people may call that a lot of things, but
Let them, bro. That's your life. For the simple fact that, bro, I tell people that so many times. I even told Webbs that everybody has a different feeling. Some people, when they meditate, they feel as if they're connecting back with their roots. People, when they pray to God from the Bible, they say they feel the Holy Ghost and they feel everything come true what they pray for. And the Muslims, I don't know what you guys do, but hey, it works.
exactly, we're all connected because this is something that I learned as a Muslim. We're all connected to the same source. We just have different names for it. Spiritual people call it your higher self or the universe or all that other stuff. And, Muslims call it Allah, Christians call it Jesus. And this is ultimately why, like, Hindus have, like, 100,000 gods, because Hindus can recognize that every single thing in this world is an extension of the creator, and it can be worshipped in its own respective manner. And I think that's cool. You know what I mean? I feel like that's cool because you're giving like a deep appreciation to everything, So yeah, everything is a comfort zone as long as you recognize that the reason why you live your life is because it resonates with you. So I had like a friend who didn't believe in God. He really thought he cornered me, but he didn't realize that I was an open-minded person, right? He's like, do you believe in the Loch Ness Monster? And I said, no, I don't believe in the Loch Ness Monster. He's like, so why do you believe in God? He expected me to say, oh, God's the truth and all that other stuff. But no, I just said it straight up. I believe in God because it resonates with me. If believing in the Loch Ness Monster resonated with me, then I would believe in it.
I agree, bro.
The golden rule I've learned on the internet, and this is something that a beautiful woman told me in the comment section of the problem with the spiritual community video, and this is something I'm gonna end off like the overall interview and like podcast with saying: take what resonates with you and get the hell out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when things don't resonate with you, you have to understand why it doesn't resonate with you too. So you know what I mean? Because you need to understand why things don't resonate with you, because maybe it could, So keep an open mind, but also be skeptical, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's all I want to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this brief but good podcast. This is like probably one of the last, like I'll make a December 21st video, but this is like my last like quote unquote spiritual video, because I feel like in general it was never really the direction of my channel and stuff, and I hope you guys understand that. So yeah, peace out.